There are so many great cases these days where you're asked to bring your own something. Maybe it's BYOB. You know, bring your own banana. And why wouldn't you in order to get half off of banana split on Thursdays? What a fantastic BYO anything. Maybe you want to bring your own AI. Wait, you want to bring your own AI to the party? Hey there, I'm Dalton Ruhr. I'm a senior solution architect here at Qlik. And wow, that's a really interesting question. Did you know that Qlik has a whole bunch of AI for you already? Maybe you want to ask natural language questions of your structured data. We've got Insight Advisor Chat. Yay, we can do that. Hey, maybe you need a machine learning project. Well, we've got Qlik AutoML. And did you know it's explainable predictions? Maybe you want to use Qlik Answers and ask questions and get natural language generation about your unstructured data. We've got a lot of those great use cases. Oh, but you're going to be picky, aren't you? You really do want to bring your own AI. Yeah, we can do that. I was just playing with you. Maybe you've already got machine learning models. We could point at those things and get you answers right inside the application. And oh, by the way, we can let you change values with variables and refire those machine learning models in real time so you can play what-if scenarios. Maybe you're bringing blank blank blank's LLM to the table. You know, that fancy new 80 gajillion billion, or the small model with, 2 parameters, but it's as good as the 80 gajillion billion model. Hey, you got one of those? Sure, you could bring that deployment to the table, and we'll let you ask questions right on the screen. And by the way, we can pass the data and to fine-tune on the fly, so you're asking questions of the data that you're seeing. Oh, wow, look at you. You really are on the leading edge. You have a RAG-trained large language model out there, and you're like, can we bring that one to the table? Sure you can. I'm happy to point at that for you. And we can let your users ask questions of all of that data you've got out in your RAG training model, whether it's structured data, unstructured data. Doesn't matter to me. We can ask questions of that, and you can gain insights and augment what you're already getting from your visuals. Well, how do we do that? Well, let's pretend you've got a propensity to play machine learning model. And I don't really care what you've implemented that in, whether it was Qlik or whether it was some vendor's propensity pay. You want to be able to pass data for new orders and find out whether or not that customer is going to be likely to pay on time. I'm happy to do that for you. We can absolutely handle that use case. Well, what about that large language model you want to bring to the table? Well, gosh, I got to tell you, that's a great idea, because the wisdom of the world is in some of those large language models. And so while you're already looking at the screen and you can see things like billings or things like net profit, if you're looking at 2 different charts, it can help you tie those things together. Like, can you help me understand why I'm not making as much profit even though I'm billing an awful lot? And you can get some great ideas to augment that knowledge by doing this in such a way. Well, what about that RAG training model? Well, my friends, never fear. We can absolutely call those RAG training models through SQL or whatever method you need to call those things. And by the way, we'll just go ahead and fill in that question on the fly then. Yes, we can identify the role for you and tell it, hey, if you don't have an answer, don't make one up. Those kind of things. We can handle all those things for you. Hey, by the way, before you go, I just want to let you know, just in case you're curious about this, we can create an audit trail for you. Yes. So as we're firing the questions, calling whichever model it is that you're calling with the question, we can actually record that information into an audit trail so that you can do things like look for data literacy issues. Why does Bob keep asking for a sum of a number that's already on the screen that he's on? Those are data literacy type questions if we see those things. Or maybe things like this. If I see, hey, give me a bullet point summary, well, all right, I'm looking for some high level information about multiple charts. We'll accept that. Things like questions like, are there things culturally unique about the locations where we're selling? Wow, That's kind of a neat question. And oh, by the way, if I like the answer and I'm not sure if it's a hallucination, because it isn't a large language model, I can just pick a different model then to ask that question of, and it'll refire with the same data asking that same question. So you want to BYO anything, Qlik is here to help, especially if you want to bring your own AI. Have a great day.